our special program. Remember, like we mentioned, we'll be joined by somebody from ESZ who'll be telling us about the Youth Summit. Stay tuned.
Real radio for you.
Good morning and welcome to this special interview on the Real Breakfast Show, Monday morning, the 24th of May, 2021. As you have heard, yes, we are joined by Caristo Mumba. He's a member in the youth department from the Economics Association of Zambia, and he's here to share with us, what is all about to do with, the National Youth, Summit, an initiative by the Economics Association of Zambia. My name is Peter Konda, alongside my co-host, Mwila. She's here, and I'll be discussing with Mr. Mumba, who is here to share with us about, the National Youth Summit. Good morning, and welcome to the Real Breakfast Show, and to this special interview. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much for hosting me, Kunda. Thank you, Mwila.
Welcome.
Right, that is our guest on this special interview we are having this morning. Caristo Mumba, he'll be, telling us about the Youth Summit. We get straight into it, Mr. Mumba. Briefly share with us, the background of the Economics Association of Zambia. What is your mandate, and what inspired the formation of this association?
Yeah, so the Economic Association of Zambia was formed in the 1960s. It's a non-partisan body, and whose membership mostly consists of people in the area of economics as well as business administration. It was later registered as a non-government organization in 1985, and it has continued to be the forum for articulation of economics as well as development agenda. It's been there to help also to advise in the formulation of policy as well as to make sure that the development agenda is fostered. It was later turned into a company limited by guarantee, and it has still continued down the same trajectory to advise government on policy formulation that are suitable for the Zambian economy.
Right, interesting. So, for one to be a member for the ESZ, do you have to be an economist? And are you an economist, you, Mr. Mumba?
No, not really specifically economists, business admin people, but other areas that are quite connected to such. You can actually be from other fields as well as accounting. I'm actually an accounting student myself, and I'm a member. So it's not only limited to business students or people that have done business studies, but also other fields as well, as long as they've got something to contribute in line with the economy.
Right.
Yeah.
So we understand very well that you'll be having this Premier Youth Conference. What is the conference all about? When, where, and what time?
Yeah, so the pre-summit has been put up so that we can bring youths on board. We want to promote youth involvement in policy formulation as well as governance. So it is the deliberate move to identify the potential of the youths to come forward and see how best they can contribute to the national conversation, as well as to foster, to provide also in the area of governance. Yeah, so it's a deliberate move that is just aimed at bringing the youths on board, for the youths to be able to participate in the policy making. As we know, 37% of our population consists of youths, but somehow they are the most less represented people. So we want them to come on board, to come to the round table as well, and be able to give something to have their voice heard as we formulate our policies, so that we've got inclusive socio-economic development.
Okay, so when is it?
It's going to be on the 5th of June and it's going to be held at Mlungushi International Conference Center here in Lusaka.
What time?
It's going to start at 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what has inspired you as members? Of course, the youth members from ESZ. What has inspired you, together with the whole team at ESZ, to come up with this pre-summit youth conference?
So we've got areas that we want to specifically look at, such as agriculture. We've been talking about diversification, and diversification needs involvement not only of at all levels. We want the youths to be actively involved as well. So we want youths to come on board, to be able to look at agriculture as a source of livelihood, because we've noticed that agriculture is not really taken with a lot of respect in our community. It's more like left for the people that are not educated. So we want the youth.
Even the old agriculture is labeled as a practice which is done by the Madalas.
Exactly. When you retire, you go to the village.
To the farm, not knowing that other youth, you can also venture into that and make more money. Look
Exactly.
at the farmer. She's a youth, and she's making a lot of billions.
She actually inspires me a lot.
Yes.
And from that, I can tell that we have the potential. What we need is just to drive in the way of agriculture, to get the skills that are required for us to foster development through agriculture. If you look at agriculture's contribution to the economy, it's actually even more than the copper. Copper contributes about 13% to our GDP, agriculture contributing over 20%. And our location, as well as the land that we have in Zambia, we've got about 58% of arable land, and only 14% of that has been used. So there's a lot of potential for agriculture to survive, or to actually contribute to our economy if we were to invest more in agriculture. So we want youth active participation in agriculture, so that we foster development. We cannot only limit ourselves to minerals, because these are diminishing resources, but we want to be actively rooted and involved in agriculture to foster development.
Great.
So basically the theme is in line with to do with agriculture?
No, it's youth involvement in sustainable development.
That's the theme of the
that's
conference.
the theme of the conference, the pre-summit
Can you just
conference.
run it again, the theme?
Youth involvement in sustainable development.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That's a theme. All right, interesting thing. So now, this summit, Mr. Mumba, is it an annual event? How long have you been doing this? Is it happening for the first time? If yes, how have you planned it? Would it be an annual thing or a one-off? How have you planned it really?
Okay, the youth one specifically is actually the first one of its kind. We've had other conferences, such as the one we had should be 2019. But this one for the youths is something that has just been initiated for now. But on the ongoing of it, I may not provide the information right now unless I consult.
All right. So now, what are the objectives of this conference? What do you intend to achieve? At this conference? Yeah,
so we want to consolidate the role of youths in our communities to enhance their participation in economic, cultural, and also climate change issues. We want them to have a voice on such matters. We also want to advocate for more youths to be involved in agriculture. Like I said, agriculture is treated as the job for the old or for the people that are not educated, but it's the way to go. As we talk about diversification, we are actually talking about farming as well, as the way to go. We also want to raise recommendation and suggesting policies that will be responsive to the needs of the youths. We want not only that, but we want the youths themselves to be on the table, because making the decisions or policies on their behalf when they themselves are not actively involved in the decision making may leave them out. So we want to bring them on board to the round table and be able to provide their insight on how best they can be included in the development agenda. We also want to act as a dialogue among youth policymakers and experts. So we actually have a lot of potential amongst the youths, but they do not have a platform through which they can express themselves and also contribute value in the economic discussion. So we want to act as a dialogue among the youths, an interface through which they can express their good ideas that can foster development. And excuse me, the other thing that we want to do is to have increased youth participation in creative industry. Apart from the office jobs, we believe that talent can also be a source of livelihood for the people. So we want to promote that, where youths can identify what they are good at and also being able to invest in their talents and earn a livelihood from that, not only being limited to office job and all that. I mean, this is more of a tradition in our culture.
Right.
You know, if you're not working in an office, if you're not an engineer, a nurse, or then you are not doing it in life.
White-collar jobs.
A white-collar jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we want the youths to be able to identify what they are good at, to be able to be creative and earn a livelihood from what they can do best.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you just tuned in, you're listening to the Real Breakfast Show, and we're having a special, discussion here, a special interview, if you like. We have Caristo Mumba. He's a member in the youth department from the Economics Association of Zambia. He's here to tell us about the National Youth Summit, which will be happening in a few weeks' time to come. So if you are youth out there, you're listening to this great interview, please, I would urge you to listen attentively and learn more on how you can be part of this initiative by the Economics Association of Zambia. The National Youth Summit. Now, moving forward, Caristo, as EAZ, really, you wish to recognize, the youth making positive strides. Take us through the awards that you have, what to be nominated, who is eligible to be, nominated, and what it takes, for that youth who's listening to this great interview, what it takes for them to be part of this.
Yeah, so with the coming of COVID-19, there's a lot of challenges that have pressed the youths, that have pushed them to the corner. But despite that, we've got a lot of youths that are making strides in ameliorating the standard of living of others and also just making a contribution to the economy. So we wanted to bring them to the open so that others can see that indeed, even amongst the challenges that we are facing as a country, you can still contribute value to the economy. So we want to give awards to people that are actively involved, and we've got about 6 categories where we are nominating different people. So anyone can actually qualify. It's all about someone mentioning your name on the Economic Association of Zambia Facebook page with the caption NYS21 with your name as well as what you've been doing that you've been nominated for. So if it's entrepreneurship, humanitarian, agripreneur, youth financial contributor award, innovator award, and visionary award, clearly stating in the comment that I'm nominating this person for, let's say, humanitarian award with a caption NYS21. Yeah, and also just elaborating more on what that person has been doing to the community. So if it's someone that is involved in microfinance or that analyzes issues of the economy, you can be nominated under the Youth Financial Contributor Award. So
I nominate Blessings Kafonka. Is he a youth? Does he qualify?
Yeah.
Just joking. Because I mean, he analyzes economic issues in the country, and I follow him very well.
Yeah. So I mean, it's about someone mentioning his name as well as highlighting what he has been contributing to society. Yeah. And if you get a lot of nominations, a lot of people nominating you, And actually, the nomination has got rules. I forgot to mention that. So if you are
T's and C's
nominated,
apply.
yes. So if you Kunda is nominated for humanitarian award, I have to caption the comment NYS21. I'm nominating Kunda for the humanitarian award because he has been actively involved in this and that and that and that and that. And then I have to share the post on my page with the same caption. Yeah, so if the people are nominating you without actually sharing or following all the rules, it means that you might actually end up being disadvantaged. So it's all about also following the rules.
Right.
So the person that gets the most nominations in each of the awards takes the day. Yeah.
So basically, anyone can. I can nominate Kunda. Anyone can do that, so long I've just have the caption NY.
Yeah.
Is
Exactly.
and then I have written down prescribed
what it does.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
if you've got a lot of people that have identified what he does and a lot of people nominating him, he probably stands a good chance to be, to take the day. So we just want to bring those people on board. I talked about an award in agripreneur. So we want to bring someone that has been able to find a living, to find a livelihood in agriculture, so that we can encourage someone who is coming from Borokoso, running away from the rural area, coming into urban area, to say even in agriculture you can actually make a living. So we want to encourage more youth participation in different fields that are directly affecting the economy. Yeah.
So I just want to get something clear as I'm following you. You said something like you need to nominate somebody who's done something in the society, and then there's a nomination of entrepreneurship there.
Yeah.
So
Agripreneur, actually.
it's agripreneur.
Yeah.
Not any other entrepreneurship. It's
No,
just
there's agripreneur. Actually, there's entrepreneur of the year as well, as well as agripreneur.
Oh, okay. That's why I wanted to get it clear, because you focus so much on the agri part. So I just wanted to find out if any entrepreneur can get into.
You know where she's concerned? She's
yeah.
an entrepreneur. She's an
Wow.
entrepreneur.
I'm just
Guess
looking
you know,
out for that one out
I'll
there.
see the name, I guess, by the end of the day.
All right, so Caristo, tell us, how prepared are you as ESZ for this summit? And, have you partnered with anybody, any stakeholders out there, just to ensure that this summit is a success?
Yeah, actually, it's not something we are doing as a standalone organization. There are other people that have come on board to help facilitate for the success of this summit. And we are well prepared. We are very, very, very well prepared, and we want to see to it that it's successful.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, there's an issue in this country of youth identification.
Yeah.
I hope as you be getting, the nominations, those who are applying in whatever category, it will be strictly, youths. Because why I say this, like I said, we have a problem in this country when it comes to youth identification. Because we've seen people at 65, they still claim to be youths. So I'm sure, as ESZ, you know how to work on that, isn't it?
Yeah, we do. And that's why we actually made it a public thing, so that there's a lot of transparency. We don't want to see 65-year-old person standing in as a youth and taking the day.
They don't even say youth. You fall by youth. Like those who wear gumboots.
Yeah, so...
You know those who wear gumboots. You fall by youth.
Yeah, so it's actually a very transparent exercise.
Yeah.
We want to give the awards to the right persons so that we can encourage another youth to actually do the same. Yeah. So it's actually very transparent, and we are very confident that we are going to pick the right persons for the awards.
Great. Now, before we let you go, Caristo, just run us through again when the summit will take place, who should participate, and of course, the venue as well.
Yeah. So, like I said, the conference, the pre-summit is going to be held here in Lusaka at the Mlungushi International Conference Center, and the theme is youth involvement in sustainable economic development. So every youth is actually welcome for this event. We actually want to see a lot of youth participation because this is for the youths. Yeah, so it's going to be held on the 5th of June this year, and it's going to start at 8 hours. Yeah, the Mulungushi International Conference Center.
Mwila?
I just want to emphasize on the transparency kind of thing. You know, sometimes many of the times the youth gets discouraged because of numbers.
Yeah.
When in line of social media and all. So for those that feel I'm doing it as an entrepreneur, agripreneur kind of person, do you have any sort of motivation because the nominated ones, they don't favor them, you understand, like because of numbers, or looking at numbers here, who's going to vote for who's going to vote for who for popularity's sake. Is there any motivation kind of thing for the one who feels my numbers are less but I've done it?
Of course, that's a very tricky one. I know about other people having more popularity than others, but I do believe when you are actually making a difference, you attract attention, and that is what we actually focused on. If you are really making a difference, a lot of people will be able to see the value that you are providing. We can talk about people like Honorable Mumba, who is actually making a lot of difference in the humanitarian.
Mumba,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yes.
So I mean, everybody knows about her.
Yes.
And it's all about you making a difference. The numbers will come. And that's what we want to focus on. So we want to encourage them to do more, because if you don't have a lot of numbers, maybe you should try to, do more, so that, people know about what you are doing. Yeah, I know there are others who don't really take it to social media. And they're quite disadvantaged, but I would want or encourage all those people that are making a difference to actually let other people know, because it's not only about people knowing, but you are also encouraging others to do the same. And that is why we want those that have been identified, that the society applauds, so that even when they get their award, you're not going to say, no, it was favoritism, because everybody actually knows that these people have been making a difference. So that is what I mean when I talk about transparency.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, before you give us your closing remarks, Caristo, those interested youths who are listening now, so how can, especially on social media, 90% of the youths are on social media.
Exactly.
So is this, summit on social media maybe where young people can quickly access, more information regarding the same? Yeah,
so actually the quickest way is for them to access our page on Facebook, which is Economic Association of Zambia. So they can actually find all the activities that the association is embarked on, and also the progression of this pre-summit coming up on the 5th. So they can actually follow all the details of the program through our Facebook page.
Just share the Facebook page again.
Economic Association of Zambia.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, you can give us your closing remarks, Caristo.
So I want to encourage my fellow youths, those that are listening. We can contribute value. We can actually give back to the community where we're coming from. It's all about coming out of the comfort zone and also following your dreams as well as your passion. You can make a difference, and who knows, you're going to be rewarded for something that you actually love doing. And we also want to thank our cooperating partners for the support. We can't manage on our own because we have every organization do have limited resources. So it's very good that we've got actually people who want to support our cause, and we want to encourage other organizations to still come on board and support such kind of activities, so that we can ameliorate the standards of living for our people, especially the youths who are the majority in the country who
Right.
have been marginalized for some time. But we want everybody to be involved, everybody to be, to benefit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Caristo, for coming and for sharing with us about this National Youth Summit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We, appreciate, and I believe most of the youth who are listening to the show, they know what to do to be part of this great summit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kunda. Thank you, Mwila, for
Thank
having
you.
me.
You're welcome.
All right, there you go. That was a special interview here discussing the National Youth Summit, an initiative by the Economics Association of Zambia. Caristo Mumba, a member from the Youth Department, was here sharing with us about, the Youth Summit will be happening in June. Thank you very much. 8:27 real time. We have the weather and traffic at 8:30.
Your number one hit station in town.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Caristo.
All
Cheers,
right.
Caristo. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Great
you're
program.
welcome. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hoping
yeah.
to see you more.
Okay.
Yeah,
such kind of
we'll
interviews.
read more on the page. Yeah,
All
we
right.
will.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
just do me a favor.
Yeah.
Just, Mwila, just write his contact.
Okay.
So that, I need to be calling you so that you can organize the president for a certain
Number.
program.
Okay. 0974 82.
074.
Yeah. 82. No, 82.
Okay, 82.
97 66.
Okay.
Okay.
Caristo Mumba. Okay.
Yeah, Caristo Mumba.
All right.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. All right. Okay.
Chief, hi.
Hi, how are
You
you?
can come through for a picture.
All right.
You can take a seat.
Okay. Okay.
So I was communicating with
Yeah.
David.
Oh, David. Okay.
Regarding
The sun.
summit and everything else that's happening.
Yeah.
So we extended this opportunity just to spread the word about the summit.
Yeah.
We've been seeing it on social media and I feel like, okay, let's engage these guys just to have a chat on radio.
Yeah.
And I must say that you point very well.
Yeah.
You are well knowledgeable about what you guys are doing, which
Yeah.
is really, awesome.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, we want to partner with you, especially you're having that annual one. in
Exactly.
Houston, right?
Yeah, it's going
Yeah.
to be
For any, adverts or
Yeah.
you want, publicity about it,
Mm-hmm.
we've got flexible rates that
Okay.
you can really like. So we really want to partner with you on that one.
Okay.
Because this is just a way of getting started in terms of, the partnership between us and the radio station
And the
you guys
association.
as an association. So
Mhm.
I would really love if you can,
Exactly.
just involve us.
Mhm.
The radio is there for you to get to use.
Exactly.
But we can just have the minimum rate for you.
Okay.
And then, see what happens.
No problem. I'll have a discussion with the guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we see to.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate. I think Mr. David has my contact.
Yeah.
Can I also follow up with all of
Okay,
this?
get my number.
Okay. Uh-huh.
0974.
74.
That's 0974
Yes.
82
82
97
97
66.
66.
Yeah, Caristo.
Caristo Mumba.
Yeah, Caristo. Oh, you are listening to the interview.
I mean, I just have to. I just have
Okay,
to.
all right.
I snooze, I lose out.
Yeah.
Caristo Mumba, yes.
Yeah. No problem. You can
Please,
contact me.
let's.
All right, I'll actually give you my WhatsApp when you give me a call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Ladies, good morning. How are you? Welcome to my phone. I want to introduce you to the ladies.
Okay, we'll see you, huh?
Okay.
All
Cheers,
right,
Mr.
thank you so much.
This is Mr. That's cheers. This is Mr. Kelvin, Mr.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me. We had an interview concerning the upcoming Economic Association of Zambia pre-summit that's going to be held at Mulungushi International Conference Center. So if you want to know more about it, you can actually go on their Facebook page, which is Economic Association of Zambia on Facebook. Thank you so much for coming through, for watching the interview.